Time now for our digital download. New York Times columnist Bill Keller this week challenged a woman who is dying of cancer, questioning whether Lisa Boncheck Adams should be tweeting and blogging about her excruciating pain and her medical treatment.
Twitter and Facebook erupted with outrage that the former Times editor took on a woman who was sharing her cancer journey with the world. An outpouring that forced the paper and Keller to respond, and how he had also forced Lisa Adams, a prolific blogger and tweeter, to respond by saying this. Worth repeating to @New York Times Keller, I am alive. Do not write me off and make statements about how my life ends until it does, sir. And another tweet from her. The fact that he got wrong about me only required actually reading my tweets and blogs.
Now, I found Bill Keller's column and that of his wife, Emma Keller, who wrote for The Guardian, we'll talk about that in a moment, to be insensitive and tone deaf. But they were crucified online as if they had attacked Lisa Adams. And here's what Keller said to me in an email. Even knowing the sensitivity of the subject matter, I have been astounded at how utterly misconstrued it has been.
Well, then he shouldn't have written it the way he wrote it if it was misconstrued. It seems to me that he attacked a woman who was on her journey, going about her business. She's not a journalist, and she was talking her way through her cancer treatment.
He says to his own paper, he tried to be clear that he respects her choices, and the most vociferous critics seem to believe that anything short of an unqualified right on Lisa is inhumane or sacrilegious. My take would be if he is bothered by what she's saying about her stage 4 cancer, nobody has to read it.
Well, right, and nobody has to write about it in this way either, saying it's too much information and that, who is she to be talking about death like this? I mean, I think this is part of the Keller generation issue with social media. It has a broader scope here, and it is that generation thinks you should keep things quiet, as his father-in-law did when he was dying. And I think that our generation, my generation, and those who are younger than me say, we're going to share. This is our prerogative. We have the tools to share, Twitter, Facebook, and that's what we want to do.
Right. Everyone lives online now, and if they want to share, I don't have any problem with that whatsoever, and that is therapeutic, I think, probably, for somebody who's going through such a terrible struggle and has 3 kids, as you point out.
But that's not what Keller or his wife Emma said in The Guardian.
Well, speaking of Emma Keller, The Guardian took down her column, deleted it from the website after this criticism erupted, and she made a kind of a partial apology, saying that given Lisa Adams' health, she should have given her advance warning in the article that she was going to quote from private conversations. They had had a couple of direct message exchanges on Twitter. I regret not doing so. But Bill, go ahead.
All journalists will gasp at that. You can't do that. You can't, under the guise of just talking to someone as a friend, then quote them in The Guardian.
But Bill Keller points out that his wife Emma is hardly insensitive on this matter, that she herself has had a double mastectomy. So does any part of you think that the punishment in the sense of the online criticism maybe was a bit much, or you're basically saying you think it's well-deserved?
No. She's a mother of 3 going about her own business who is at stage 4 cancer. When this happened, she was going through the worst radiation treatment she could have, and now has to defend herself on Twitter and on Facebook. How insensitive. She should be focusing on her care. And I admire Emma Keller for apologizing, and I think Bill Keller should do the same.
But he feels he was misconstrued.
Well, obviously a lot of people don't. And attacking a young woman who is trying to deal the best way she can with her life seems not just to be ignorant of what is happening in the world, but also to be mean. And she has one other tweet that says, everyone has the right to die how they want. I am exactly the one who will refuse treatment when it's time to, but that is not now.